Welcome back to BJM HR. I'm Irene.
And I'm I. Today we have a special guest. He is a Thailand correspondent at Channel News Asia, formerly a Thai political blogger. Please welcome Mr.Saksith Saiyasombut.
Mr.Saksith, could you please introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Saksith. I'm a correspondent for Channel News Asia. We're now called CNA, and I cover Thailand. And I've been a journalist for at least 10 years now. I've been working as a political blogger before, and during my whole entire career, I covered Thai politics and anything else that is interesting or important here in Thailand.
You guys must have heard about journalists. Mr. Saksith, can you describe a little bit about the word journalist?
Well, journalism is a pretty broad topic, and you basically are trying to retell and explain what is going on, what is important, and also you try to cut out anything that's not important. I think that is the most important thing that you do as a journalist. You can do that in text, in print, online, TV, radio, online, and more online. So that is the very short version of what I do.
How would you describe your work as a political journalist that you are working on?
Difficult. I think everybody knows how Thailand has been in the past 10 to 15 years. And as a political journalist, it's not the most easiest topic to cover. But again, what I try to do is to explain what is going on. Who are the most important people? Why are they doing some things like that? Why are certain things happening the way they do? And also, for example, when laws are being made, how that normally works, and also explain when things are not working, and also try to make sense of madness sometimes, especially right now.
What do you like and dislike about your job?
What I like about being a journalist is that every day is not the same. You always have to, everything throws you a new challenge. Every day gives you a new challenge. You learn a lot. You learn a lot of people. You learn
new experience like
almost every day. Yeah. Almost every day. And you also get to go to places and meet new people that you haven't been to. But not as a tourist, but as a journalist. What I don't like about my job, I have to be careful now what I say. What I might not like about it's that you don't know what is actually happening. Sometimes things happen like this, and then you have to go away. They go away right away. So sometimes, for example, somewhere something terrible happens or a bomb explodes. It might not happen here, and then it might happen somewhere completely different. And then you have to go to the office as soon as possible, pack everything up, and go to the airport right away. So you cannot wait. You have to go there as soon as possible.
Let's talk about your career path. Did you always want to be a journalist?
I think so. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a sports journalist. I think that's what I wanted to be first. But then, for some reason, things kind of shifted more towards political journalism. And I think that's how I got started.
How did you become the well-known? How did you start?
Am I well known?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I started my career on social media basically. So one day I was bored and nothing to do, and I started writing about Thai politics on Twitter. Just talking about what I see, what I think, give my comment, and people apparently liked what I had to say. And then they said, hey, why don't you start a blog? And that's what I did in 2010.
Like your perspective.
My perspective, my comment. And some people think that I was funny, which, okay, did they say so? And that's why I started writing the blog in 2010. And that became a career, and that's how people started reading my stuff. And I guess that's how I became well-known.
And as your work journalist, sometimes you might have to spare your personal life for work. How do you manage?
You have to find a balance. I think that's. I think you can't do political journalism. You can't do anything 100% the whole time. Otherwise, you will burn out. You need to, especially when you get older, you need to find some time for yourself and not to think about politics. Nowadays, when I go home, I don't really think about that. I just do something else. I go to the gym, I cook, I watch TV, I spend some time with my girlfriend. And even though if I'm, for example, with my girlfriend, yes, I do sometimes talk about politics, but I try not to because I know she hates it. When I talk too much about it. So that's it's all about finding a balance. And I think the older you get, the more you have to find a balance. Otherwise, you won't live long.
Have ever faced a situation that make you want to quit the job or lost your confidence for being a journalist? How to get through it?
I'm glad to say that it has never been so bad that I wanted to quit. But I know a lot of people, a lot of friends and colleagues that have quit or that want to quit because of either they have bad bosses or they're not getting paid enough, or sometimes it's just simply too dangerous. And I think that not only in Thailand but anywhere else in the world, where journalism is generally being underappreciated in some way or form. And I think that's something really dangerous when journalism is being underappreciated. Less and less people are actually doing that, and that means also that one important element of democracy is missing: the media. So I think that's just something that we have to keep an eye on and have to be careful that journalism doesn't go away.
Before the break, let's talk about the important goals that you set from the past and until now.
I mean, I wanted to become a journalist. I think that I managed to do that, and I wanted to go into TV journalism, which I'm doing right now as well. So I think I'm pretty happy with what I've done. So I guess, yeah.
Okay, let's take a break and we'll be back at more. We are back with Mr.Saksith. We have some more questions for you, so please get ready for it.
Okay.
Okay, it can be seen that nowadays most people use media to communicate and entertain. As you are one of the famous journalists who use media as a main platform to gather proof and inform the news.
Yes and no. I think that since my whole career started on social media, my main source of information came from social media. And of course I would, see a thing and then start to collect information and then see what's going on. And especially now that important people or influential people use social media too, politicians, celebrities, whatsoever. It's a source, but that cannot be or must not be the only source. You can take that one as an element, but you have to use that, check that, fact check that, gather as an evidence, but also go somewhere else to double check it. When I never use social media as one element, I'll always go somewhere else and basically find proof or find, is this correct or is this total bullshit? So yeah, that's what I normally do.
Do you have any theory or technique to get attention from people, like to earn their attention from the audience?
Attention from the audience or
Yes.
from? I think that you have to speak clearly. Yeah? So you have to keep it going. Yeah? You must not speak either very irregularly, or you have to show personality, show that that people care about you. But you also have to be careful not to talk too long or too fast, because otherwise people will not listen to you. So you have to find a style that people will, that you basically to get their attention. You have to be precise. You have to be consistent.
Easy to understand.
Yes, easy to understand, but also don't make it too boring. Yeah.
We all know that sometimes media can cause a huge effect on people's life, either good or bad. Do media affect your career how?
I don't sleep. No, I mean it's not that bad. I mean, yes, a lot of people I know. It's a different lifestyle. Let's put it this way. It's a very different lifestyle. I mean, what I just said earlier about that things can happen right away and then you have to go somewhere else. I think that is something that you have to be prepared in your mind, and also your friends and your family have to be aware of that. That your job sometimes requires you to go on the other side of the country, like later today. So I think that's something. It's mostly a mental thing and a lifestyle thing that that in journalism there's nothing certain, especially your working times. Sometimes nothing is going on. You can go home early. Sometimes a lot of things happen, and you will stay there until the next morning. So that is something that you. So this is something I would say that some people cannot do because of whatever, but some people can do because it's as I said, it's a lifestyle.
How did you turn crisis into opportunity?
Well, sometimes things do not go according to plan, right? Sometimes you go somewhere, you have an idea what you want to do, but it doesn't turn out what you think. And that's in our job, we improvise actually a lot. So if, for example, we want to do an interview with that person, but we don't get it. So we have to have a plan B, C, D, and E. And what are we going to do next? Or we thought about filming outside, but it rains. So then they have to find something else to compensate. Try another way, or find some other place, or come back another time. If you have the time for that. So I think our job requires us to improvise a lot. So I think that's what you mean with making an opportunity out of the crisis.
Alright, thank you for the interesting story. Now let's play the game. We will show you the picture from event that relate to your work experience, and we will ask you some questions about that event.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, let's start now.
That was. So I should say what happened.
Yeah.
That was 2012, an anti-government protest against England Shinawat. It was a group called BJM, and they were there, I think, near, I don't know where it was, but there was nothing really going on until one point the protesters tried to push against the police and they were throwing tear gas. And I was in the middle of it, so I got tear gas as well. This was actually my first time that I got tear gas in my face. And it was not pleasant. I did not like that.
Okay, this next. Are you ready?
Yep. Okay. That was last year at Tamlong, the cave rescue. We were there for 10 days, and we were there non-stop in front of the cave waiting for the boys to get out of the cave. And it was very exciting to say the least, but also very scary sometimes because you don't really know what is actually going to happen.
Is it so popular, the story in Thailand so much?
Not only in Thailand but around the world. Everybody was so excited to follow the story, and and then there was, of course, we had people on the ground. I had sources that were at the cave telling me, hey, there's something like this happened. So, and then finally, when we were actually when everybody was out, I could finally say on air, all 13 boys are out of the cave. I think that was really, it's something that, news mostly are not nice. A lot of bad things happen, but it's nice to report about a happy ending.
Okay, so move to the last picture.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. That is Cobra Gold 2013. Cobra Gold is a military exercise between the Thai Army and the US Army. And it was a time when President Barack Obama was the president, and that was my first time that we actually went there to report on that. It looks like war, but it's basically war games, so nothing really going on there. But it was nice because to have these kind of pictures. I think that is why militaries also stage these kind of events as well, so that we plus have some action, some nice pictures that we can use later.
Oh, I get it. So, before you leave, can you give a suggestion to our BJMer who want to be your career like journalism?
Practice. I think that's my first advice that I would give you, but also make contacts as soon as possible. Talk to people, make friends in jobs, in the media as well, and also look at what they're doing. Take the good examples, try to do after them, but also don't be afraid to call out on them when they do bad examples. And I think that's three very basic things that you can do, and those are the three basic things that I did when I became a journalist. But other than that, just don't be discouraged about the media landscape that we have right now. We need more journalists. We need more people working in media nowadays as well. Now it's more important than ever to have people explain what is going on, and especially now that there's more confusion about the times we live in, we need more people to explain what the hell is going on in our world.
Yes. Thank you for your time and your helpful information.
And thank you for your attention. If you like this video, please hit the like and share subscribe button. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Hallo Sascha, lange nichts mehr von dir gehört. Ich hoffe, es geht dir gut. Du hast sehr nette Studenten, du hast sehr interessante Studenten, vor allem sehr ehrgeizig. Also gute Arbeit. Soweit so gut. Und hoffentlich sieht man sich mal wieder. Meld dich einfach bei mir. Ciao. BJM ASK, was Subscriber gehabt.